What if I told you there was a secret so powerful that it could change your life forever? A secret that even the great Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius couldn't bring himself to admit even existed? That's right. I'm talking about something so profound that it can help you conquer any fear, achieve anything you want in life, and become unstoppable. But here's the catch: it's never been revealed before. That is, until now. Welcome back, everyone. Here, we explore the timeless wisdom of the ancient philosophers, and today we dive into the heart of Stoicism. We're going to talk about how to use a little-known strategy the Stoics used to eliminate all fears. It's so simple yet so powerful that once you learn it, you'll never be the same again. Ready? Let's get started. The Stoics were some of the most influential thinkers of all time, people like Epictetus, Seneca, and Marcus Aurelius who lived during the Roman Empire. They developed a philosophy that has stood the test of time, teaching us how to live a good life by controlling our emotions and reactions to external events. But what many people don't know is that Stoicism wasn't just about accepting whatever life throws at you. It was also about conquering fear. You see, the Stoics believed that fear is what holds most people back from living a good life. It paralyzes us, prevents us from taking risks, and keeps us from achieving our goals. But they also knew that fear is a natural human emotion that we all experience. So instead of trying to avoid or ignore our fears, the Stoics developed a technique to master them. And this is what they did. In Meditations, Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You could be happy right now if you stopped wanting what you do and have and began appreciating what you do." When we're afraid, we're usually focused on what we don't have, like the courage to speak up or the knowledge to solve a problem or the money to buy what we want. But when we shift our focus to what we do have, like the support of our loved ones or the roof over our heads or the skills we've already learned, we feel less afraid because we realize that we're not as vulnerable as we thought. This is the first step to eliminating fear. Be aware of your negative thoughts and then redirect your attention to the positive things in your life. By practicing gratitude, you'll feel more confident and less afraid of what might happen next. When we face a challenge, our first instinct is often to try and control it. We think we need to have all the answers and be prepared for every possible outcome. But the truth is, there are some things we simply cannot control. In fact, Marcus Aurelius said, "There are only two things in life that we can control: our thoughts and our actions. Everything else is beyond our power. It is not in our control." When we try to control things that are beyond our power, we only make ourselves more anxious and fearful. But when we focus on what we can control, like our thoughts and actions, we become calmer and more confident. This is the second step to eliminating fear: acceptance. Accept that there are some things you cannot control and focus your energy on what you can influence. By doing this, you'll free yourself from unnecessary anxiety and be better equipped to handle whatever challenges come your way. This third step is called action. The Stoics believed that the best way to overcome fear is to take action despite it. They knew that fear often stems from our tendency to dwell on worst-case scenarios and imagine all the things that could go wrong. But they also knew that most of these fears are irrational and unfounded. So instead of letting fear paralyze us, the Stoics encouraged us to take action anyway. This doesn't mean that we should be reckless or careless. It means that we should be brave enough to face our fears head-on and trust in our ability to handle whatever situation we encounter. As Seneca said, "The brave man is not he who does not feel fear, but he who conquers it." When we take action despite our fears, we start to gain confidence and we prove to ourselves that we are stronger than we think. We also learn that many of our fears are not as big of a deal as we make them out to be. For example, let's say you're afraid of public speaking. Instead of avoiding it and letting your fear grow, you can take action by signing up for a public speaking class or joining a Toastmasters club. By doing this, you'll start to gain experience and confidence in your ability to speak in front of an audience. And as you continue to take action, you'll realize that your fear of public speaking wasn't as big of a deal as you thought it was. In fact, you may even find that you enjoy public speaking. So the next time you feel fear holding you back, remember the words of Seneca and take action anyway. Trust in your ability to handle whatever situation you find yourself in and know that you are stronger than your fears. Don't worry about what other people think of you. What do you think of yourself? You have to first believe in yourself and your abilities before others will believe in you too. It's easy to get caught up in other people's opinions and let them define us. But we have to remember that their opinions are often based on their own insecurities and biases. So the next step to eliminating fear is to stop seeking external validation and start valuing yourself. This is not to say that we shouldn't care about what others think of us. In fact, we should care deeply about the opinions of people whose judgment we respect. But we also need to be aware of the limitations of other people's perspectives and not let them hold us back. As Epicurus said, it's not things that upset us, it's our opinions about those things. So the next time you're afraid of what others might think of you, remember that their opinions are not facts. Challenge your negative thoughts and remind yourself of your worth. You deserve to be happy and fulfilled, regardless of what anyone else thinks. Now, the last step to eliminating fear is to stop expecting perfection from yourself and others. Perfection is an unrealistic standard that sets us up for disappointment and failure. We often put huge expectations on ourselves and others, and when things don't go perfectly, we feel fear and anxiety. But the reality is that life is messy and unpredictable. Things won't always go according to plan, and that's okay. We need to learn to embrace the imperfections of life and not let them hold us back. This doesn't mean that we shouldn't strive for excellence. Of course, we should always do our best and aim high. But we also need to be realistic and understand that mistakes and setbacks are part of the journey. As Seneca said, we suffer more in imagination than in reality. So the next time you're afraid of making a mistake or let down, remind yourself that it's okay to not be perfect. Embrace the imperfections of life and trust in your ability to bounce back from any setback. So there you have it, 5 powerful steps to conquer any fear. It's a secret that has been passed down from the greatest minds of ancient Rome, and it can change your life forever. But remember, it's not enough to just know this secret. You have to put it into practice. Start by focusing on what you have rather than what you don't. Accept the things you cannot control and take action despite your fears. Don't seek external validation and expect the unexpected. Use these steps every day and watch as your fear starts to disappear and your confidence starts to grow. You'll be amazed at what you can accomplish once you put your mind to it. So go out there and conquer your fears. Become the best version of yourself and live a life that you're proud of.